The program is Bull's Eye on Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station. I am Edmondo Bilo. Good morning and Happy New Year. And this is an opportunity to say thank you for always being there. My guest on the program is the chairman of the Accord, Bashir Lawal. Mr. Lawal, it's good to have you on Bull's Eye.
Thank you.
You've not been the talking chairman of the Accord. You've been the chairman since 2010. You've been quiet, brooding in the shadows of Rashid Ladoja, as if you don't exist.
That is not true. You know, Rashid Ladoja is our leader, is my mentor. So I take after him. If you see, it's not that type of person who brags. But we believe more in actions. But
there are so many party members that are louder than you.
The PRO of the party talks, and Adiolu Adeleke talks as the campaign director of Senator Ladoja.
But on a good day, are you the talking type?
I'm not at all.
You are the quiet type.
I'm very quiet.
I wonder how you cope with your quietness in politics.
I do. Very well. For your information, I've been a council chairman 3 times. So it is not noise-making. If you go to Shaki West, there's nobody, when you ask of Bash, at least anybody up to the age of, let's say from the age of 12 upwards, you ask of Bash, you bring it to my house. I don't make noise.
How come you've not been able to use your influence to make the Accord a popular party in Shaki, in the Okyogu zone of your state?
Yeah, the politics of Okyogun is a bit different from what is obtained in Oyo State. Traditionally, the politics in Okyogun is along 2 divide. It's either you belong to the Awo or you belong to the other side.
Which is the other side?
And you know, they believe the other side, the reactionaries, maybe the offshoot of the MPN, right?
The Akintola side?
Yes. And you know, when we started, we belonged to the PDP. And the other side was the AD, Alliance for Democracy. So that has been the divide. So when Ladoja was illegally impeached and the PDP did not want him in the party, we followed him to Accord. And you know, traditionally in Okyogun, the way we have been trained, it's not easy to change. Because it's not easy to change. People so much believe in old traditions. But with time, if you see our performance during the 2011 elections compared to now, I think there was an improvement.
But the improvement is not good enough.
You see, the improvement is good. The improvement is good. What really happened in the 2015 election, it is this Buhari tsunami. For example, I was so confident before the elections that I have to deliver my constituency.
You did not?
I did not. And it is the tsunami.
You should have expected the tsunami.
Well, I didn't expect it. I thought by now Nigerians should have come of age, you know, to be able to differentiate between a party and the character of a person. That is, if you have about 3 people contesting elections at the same day, you'll be able to know that, look, I want to vote for Mr. A in this election, Mr. B in this election, Mr. C in this election, not that the party.
So the realization that Nigerians have not come of age must have dawned on you by now.
Yes, of course.
So
yes,
what
of course.
Are you re-strategizing?
We are re-strategizing. And, you know, the Buhari tsunami, the expectations of Nigerians were so high. And I think by now, people are beginning to realize that the tsunami and their expectations, are not being met.
But the time is too short to make such a conclusion.
The time is, personally, I can make that conclusion. Why? Because I see Buhari as a president that is different from past presidents. In the sense that, if you look at, from history, we were still small boys when Baliwa was prime minister. But from what we were told, he was more or less put there by the Sadowna, right? When you look at the Second Republic, where Shehu Shagari was president, reluctantly he was there as a president. You come to the issue of Obasanjo. He was in the prisons. Obasanjo never planned to be a president, but he became a president. Ditto Yaradua. Ditto the former president, Goodluck Jonathan. But you can see Buhari consistently wanted to be president. So he is not an accidental president, as I will call the other presidents. So I expected that having consistently contested presidency for almost four times, definitely this man has an agenda for Nigeria. But from the 7 months of his administration, personally, I don't think he will deliver as expected.
Is this president not already unveiling his agenda?
Yeah, you see, no matter the level of agenda you unveil, and the principle of rule of law, human rights, in democracy is not obtainable, then whatever you achieve is a nullity.
Has he violated the principles you just mentioned?
Well, yes, of course.
How?
We've seen where courts have given people bail, freedom to go, and before they step out, security agencies apprehend them.
They are rearrested on new charges, and the law is not against that.
That is why people are now seeing the judiciary as an APC judiciary. Because the independence which the judiciary had in the last 16 years, it seems it's no more there.
It seems the judiciary has become the victim of opposition parties coming out forcefully against their rulings, and now here is the chairman of the Accord in Oyo State also taking the same position. Is it because you did not win at the tribunal?
You see, the issue of the tribunal is, I'm not a lawyer anyway, but if you see the judgment they gave that our principal witness, Mr. Bimbo Adepoju, is a farmer and cannot be relied upon.
You did not win at the appeal?
No, wait.
You appeal?
We appeal and they gave the same ruling. Are they therefore telling us that farmers are not reliable? This is somebody who says he's a farmer. He was in the witness box for 5 good days, tenders his document, you cross-examine him on that document, you did not bring anybody to interpret the English language to him.
And you have gone to the Supreme Court?
We are already in the Supreme Court.
You are from Shaki?
Yes, of course.
You did not deliver your constituency?
I did not.
And you attributed it to the Buhari tsunami?
Yes, of course.
Your party was confident enough to follow Goodluck Jonathan, even when it was clear that Goodluck Jonathan was riding on a rough sea.
We never followed Jonathan.
Your party declared support for the candidacy of Jonathan?
In Oyo State, no.
You didn't?
We didn't. There's nobody.
So how did you do it?
Nobody. We gave our party members the freedom to choose.
Did you say freedom, Mr. Lawal?
Yes, of course. We cannot impose them. We cannot force them to choose a candidate.
Even
as long as it is not our party candidate.
Okay, can I say that the leader of your party in Oyo State supported Jonathan, not your party?
Maybe he voted Jonathan.
He supported Jonathan?
No, he voted Jonathan. If he supported Jonathan, he would have told us, look, Bash, tell our members we are voting PDP. He never did that.
But you know he voted Jonathan.
Okay, maybe you are not telling me that.
He said he supported Jonathan.
No.
I have interviewed him.
Okay, he said so.
Yes.
Okay, if that's what he said, okay. But as far as I'm concerned, he never told anybody in the party, go and vote Jonathan.
But the body
for the presidency.
Okay, can we then conclude that the Accord as a body supported Jonathan in terms of the body language of your party?
No, there's no body language of party that directed that we should vote Jonathan.
How much did the PDP give to the Accord in Oyo State?
PDP?
Yes.
Giving money to Accord?
Did the presidency not release money to the Accord?
To to the accord as a party?
Yes.
No,
No money came?
not at all. Our account is with the UBA Iwo Road. You can go and check
Was
it.
there no partnership between the presidency and the accord in your state in the last election?
There was none. There was none.
Mr. Bashir Lawal, we are talking politics
I'm
here.
the state chairman, and I'm telling you there was none. There's
Perhaps
no
you don't
way.
know what is going on in your party.
And who would therefore know?
Did Jumoke Akinjide not support the candidate of your party in your state?
Jumoke Akinjide supported the candidate of our party in Oyo State.
Did Jumoke Akinjide not support Ladoja in the governorship election?
I wouldn't know because Jumoke never discussed with me.
Mr. Chairman, is it that you don't study body language?
No, the issue of body language, people talking of body language. You see, people should stop talking of body language. Let's talk things in plain languages.
Are you saying Jumoke Akinjide did not support the governorship candidate of the accord in Oyo State?
I wouldn't know that unless Jumoke comes out to tell us that, look, I supported Accord, then I'll ask her, how did you do that?
We must wait for Jumoke to say that before we know.
Because I'm the state chairman, anything that will happen in that party in Oyo State, if I'm not aware, as far as the party is concerned, it's a nullity.
You lost in Shaki,
Yes, of course.
and you said it has to do with the two divides.
Yes, of course.
The Awolowo-Akintola divide.
Yes, of course.
And that divide is still prominent, right?
Yes, sir.
And you are in the wrong divide for now.
I'm not in the wrong divide.
You've always been in
I'm not in the wrong divide in the sense that, you see, at my age in Okyogun, about 10, 15 years back, there's no way somebody like me can come out and say I belong to a different party from what my parents are. It's not possible. But with time, we are beginning to have that freedom. You get it? We are beginning to have that freedom. We are beginning to tell our parents, look, these people, they just use people and dump you. They just use you and dump you. They come and tell you, look, we are Awolowo. It's a lie. See what is happening. Compared to Awolowo's ideology, what is there? Zero. You get it? So our parents are beginning to see reason with us. I pray that we live long, good health, and you see what happened in 2019.
What will happen?
You see the difference, you see the change. Where our parents will now begin to realize that we, their children, we are beginning to give them the direction they want.
Should I say I fear for you? Because a Bayoshitu
Yeah?
has so risen high
Yeah?
from Shaki
Yeah?
and is likely to be the dominant political force in that axis in the next 3 years.
I disagree. If you say he's likely going to be the dominant political person in that axis, in the Senate, where do you want to live Chief Michael Kolosho, for example? Where do you want to live Engineer Hamid Balamosi, former deputy governor to Kolapo Shola? He's also from Shaki.
Michael Koliosho is not growing younger. The new forces are taking over.
And we are the new forces, therefore.
Michael Koliosho supported.
And we are the new forces, therefore.
But that's what I'm saying. Among the new forces, there is a Bayoshitu that stands taller. He is a minister of communication. He is a member of the ruling party. You could not win in the last election.
Yeah.
And he won his own constituency,
Yes,
right?
of course.
Michael Koliosho was there.
Yes.
Buhari swept the whole of Okyogun. He supported Akala. Akala did not win. Is the influence of Michael Koliosho not waning by the day?
I will disagree. You see, I've told you one thing, that the expectations of Nigeria, especially me, as per Buhari, is diminishing. When you even now come back to the APC in Oyo State, you get it? You have to see what have they delivered, for example, in Shaki, that will commit us to follow APC.
The program is Bull's Eye on Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station. The chairman of the Accord in Oyo State, Bashir Lawal, is my guest on the program. Don't go away, we will be back. Welcome back. Bashir Lawal, chairman of the Accord in Oyo State, is my guest. You are a staunch Ladoja man.
Yes, of course. A strong disciple.
You rise and fall with him.
I rise and fall with him.
You were a local government chairman when he was the governor.
Yes, of course. And I was the Algon chairman during that time.
Has your man told you he's retiring from politics?
No, he's not retiring from politics. He's not going to retire.
But he will not contest again.
No, you cannot say so.
Did you just say that?
I said he cannot retire from politics.
Yes, but I'm asking, is he going to contest in 2019?
The party cannot force him to contest. Neither can he force the party himself on the party. So why don't we wait till 2019?
At more than 70, should we be expecting Ladoja to contest again?
Edmond, please, let's wait till 2019. All I know is this. Anybody that will occupy that government house 2019 must have the blessing of Ladoja if Ladoja is not contesting. Anybody. Across any party. Whether APC, PDP, Accord, or whatever.
Are you sure? Are you sure that person must have the support of Ladoja?
In your state.
Is he that influential?
Very, very influential.
He could not beat Ajimobi in the last election. Ajimobi defeated him in 2011. So, Mr. Chairman, if you say that, you might be running down the political influence of the present governor.
The Yoruba says, Ojulo Monto Yonu, the difference is clear. Ajimobi himself knows that is not a match to Ladoja. He could be a governor today. No, that's okay.
Are you talking about this governor?
I'm talking, yes, of course.
A governor that has defeated Ladoja twice?
That is why we are in court. Were you in town when they declared the result that Abiola Ajimobi won 2015?
I was in town.
How was it?
Tell me, what did you see?
I saw the whole town like a graveyard, like a cemetery. Even the day they delivered the tribunal delivered the judgment.
Did you say the day the tribunal delivered the judgment?
Even the day the tribunal.
Well, I saw people jubilating on Ring Road. I saw people jubilating on Ring Road.
You see, we politicians.
I saw people jubilating on Ring Road.
Listen. You see, we politicians, most of us are never sincere.
Tell me more.
Most of us are never sincere. Those are just stage managed people.
So is that what politicians do? You stage manage the scene?
Especially when you are not acceptable.
Is that what Accord do too? You stage manage scenes?
Not at all.
It's only APC that does that?
Not APC, this present government does that. I will not make a general statement.
You've just made a general statement.
I cannot say APC. I'm talking of this governor, please. Because when I say APC, I will be referring to other governors, even.
But you said state. Politicians. They're politicians.
When they are not accepted, they stage manage. That's the truth of the matter.
How can you say a governor that won the election by more than 30% is not accepted? Defeated two former governors. Defeated a former Senate leader.
Mr. Edmond, I'm telling you that election was flawed. And that is why we are in court.
And the tribunal has thrown away your case?
The tribunal refused to look into the merit of the case.
The appeal court has thrown out your case?
They refused to look into the merit of the case.
You have gone to the Supreme Court?
We are going to the Supreme Court.
Aren't you tired?
We are not tired. It's a process, and that is where it ends. It's an electoral process.
So after that, what next?
After that, then we know that we have concluded the process.
Your party, before the 2015 elections, refused to organize primaries. You selected your candidates. Why?
That is not true.
You imposed candidates.
We did not impose candidates.
What did you do?
We did not impose candidates. We did our primaries. Let me tell you. There are various types of primaries. You have direct primaries and indirect primaries.
So what kind did you do?
We did our indirect primaries.
By selecting?
From the various distinct.
And imposing?
No, we did not impose.
Even when your members cried out?
No, you see.
Your party became divided?
No. Edmond, let me tell you. You know, when we started this party, 2010, many people did not believe Accord will have anything. But after the 2011 elections, and they saw the performance, you get it, people started coming into the party with their money. They believe they could buy their way with money.
And after they have contributed their money
To where?
After you have used their money.
No. Contributed their money.
When it was time for them to get the ticket, you skimmed them out.
Edmond, please ask any one of them who ever gave money to the party.
But you said they came in with their money.
They came with their money.
You didn't collect their money?
As a party, we did not. If they decided to be dashing their money to the public, that is their own problem. That is their own problem.
But why didn't you warn them on time?
No, people...
After they've spent money.
No. Listen. You see, because of the level of poverty in the society, many people believe they can buy the conscience of people. I was a state chairman, and I'm still the state chairman. I know people came down to me, Bash, let's do this. I will tell them, look, I don't have the power to give anybody the ticket. Go back to your area. I could have taken their money, and at the end of the day, they will not give them the ticket. What of my integrity?
The party promised them there was going to be primaries.
We did.
So many of them warmed up for primaries. And towards the election, the issue of indirect primary became a nagging subject. You did not prepare their minds. Why didn't the party go for direct primaries?
No, we have two options. Is that direct or indirect?
But some analysts would say because of the indirect primaries that your party initiated at the time, you lost some critical members that would have helped you to win the election.
That could be a possibility. That could be a possibility.
So did you regret the crisis that the indirect primary caused during the elections?
No, personally, as a party chairman, I don't regret it.
It was rumored that Ladoja imposed the rule on the party, that you were even helpless.
No, I disagree.
Did you support the indirect primary? Mr. Lawal, did you?
I did. And let me tell you. The guidelines for the indirect primaries were designed from the national office in Abuja and was handed over to me by the national secretary.
You have been mentioning national.
Definitely,
Is there national accord in the real sense of the word?
Definitely, some people were in accord before we got there.
Yes, that's what we're saying. The accord we know is all your state.
No, I disagree.
Yes, there is a national chairman, obviously. But you know the accord party is too peripheral when you're talking about national politics.
I disagree. Edmond, if you had interviewed me, let's say a month before the election, I would have been telling you that in Oyo State, we are sure of 2 senators. You get it? I would have been telling you that. Lanley will go back to the Senate. Bisi Laka will win his election.
Unfortunately, they did not win.
That is the effect of the tsunami. As
a political party, you should have keyed into the tsunami that many of us in the media knew was coming.
You see, let me tell you, Edmond, there is a problem. Key into the tsunami. When you talk of politicians, some politicians will tell you that there's no permanent friend in politics, no permanent enemy. Those are politicians who believe politics is stomach infrastructure. If you believe politics is service to the people, and you have your principle, you have your ideology, no matter the level of tsunami, if that ideology does not correspond with yours, a good politician will not fall in line, unless those who believe in stomach infrastructure.
What does your party really stand for? In terms of ideology, where do you stand?
We are a welfarist party.
So you can call your party a progressive party too?
Mr. Edmond, you see that word progressive, I will disagree. Because that word progressive is being misused, more especially by the present crop of APC we have in Oyo State. You get it? From my small understanding of that word progressive, they want to make it synonymous with the government of the then Action Group, AD, and Awolowo. But when you look at the ideologies of Awolowo, AD, and UPN, and what is obtained today, there's complete variance, no correlation. No correlation at all. As small as I am, and from little literature I read about Awolowo's political philosophy, he believed in free education. He believed in employment generation for his people. He believed in agricultural development and rural development. These are the 4 cardinal programs I do know Awolowo stood for. Which of these can you say is existing in your state? And they call themselves progressive. So I will not want to associate my party with that word progressive.
So does your party believe in free education?
We believe in affordable education. Affordable education. There's a difference between affordable education and free education. That is the current party in your state, APC, led by Governor Ajimobi, believes in free education. But do you know today they are paying school fees?
A policy has changed. Well, perhaps the governor is being realistic with policy.
No. Why do you have to deceive the people to get their mandate, therefore? Why? Why must you deceive the people to get their mandate?
As at the
then
time,
policy will somersault midway?
As at the time he campaigned, the state was buoyant. But all of a sudden, the country is walking towards recession. So perhaps the governor decided to re-strategize.
And he has policy somersault? Re-strategizing, and he's going to have policy somersault?
Is it not allowed in the Nigerian political climate?
You see, we should not say is it not allowed in Nigerian political climate. We have to develop. We have to develop, Mr. Edmond. We have to develop. Tell me, out of these 4 cardinal programs I've said, which policy has this government in Oyo State, led by His Excellency Senator Abiola Ajimobi, has sustained? Which is it the educational policy? It doesn't even have an educational policy. The employment generation, has he sustained it? It doesn't even have. Or is it the agricultural policy, which it doesn't have? Rural development, it doesn't have. So I will conclude by saying that the government we have in Oyo State today is a government of trial and error.
If the Accord was elected, what would have happened to rural development?
If Accord were to be elected, rural development, it goes with agric. Because this state is an agrarian state. And most of the rural community, their business is agriculture. If you know that our candidate, Senator Rashid Ladoja, when he was in government in 2003 to 2007, instead of going to buy 16 tractors per local government as Abiola Ajimobi did, he brought a tractor assembly plant to Eleyele. Part of the program was for them to train technicians who will maintain these tractors. You get it? So we're going to make tractors affordable to the common farmer. Form them to cooperatives. You give the tractors to them. We buy graders, open up their roads. When they have good roads, they can bring their produce to the city for sale.
Bashir Lawal, chairman of the Accord in Oyo State, is on Bull's Eye. Don't go away, we will be back. Welcome back. Chairman Accord Bashir Lawal is my guest. Is the Accord discussing with the PDP?
Not at all.
Is Ladoja going to leave the Accord for the PDP?
Not at all.
What is at least going on?
Well, they might have made advances to him. But you see, PDP right now is a house that is crumbling. And I don't think any sensible man will go inside the house that is crumbling.
Is it really crumbling?
Mr. Edmond.
Because they lost election?
No, you see, they lost election and you said some funny things have happened. For example, I want to tell you, among those who insisted that Jonathan must contest the 2015 election was Baba Edwin Clark. Where's Edwin Clark today?
Is that not what we see in politics here?
No, you see, Mr. Edmond, we have to change. We have to change if we really want to develop. We must have attitudinal change.
But the PDP is used to that. Is the PDP really in crisis?
The PDP is in crisis.
Or should we say the PDP is always in crisis?
No, I'm not saying always.
Because you were a former member of the PDP.
Yeah, we were former members of PDP.
And the PDP was in crisis, the reason you left.
No, the PDP was not in crisis. The PDP, incidentally, the PDP decided to illegally impeach their own governor.
That was crisis.
You get it? And we tried to come back, and maybe they didn't want us again.
You came back.
So
the governor came back.
No, he came back as a governor.
I could not get a second term ticket.
He came back as a governor.
But could not get a second term ticket.
They deliberately didn't want him.
He supported Labour at the time. He told his followers to support Labour.
We were actually in Labour, not that to support Labour.
Yes, but he did not decamp. He did not decamp.
He was a sitting governor then. He was a sitting governor then. So all the followers, we went to Labour. All of us went to Labour. And that was the foundation we laid. And today, that group went into accord. And you can see the difference.
The Nigerian political climate is becoming more intense by the day, and Accord is a very small party. Don't you think Accord joining forces with other parties would make it a stronger platform for politicians?
We are ready to join other parties, provided they have the same ideology like that of our leader.
Have you identified any party?
It's too early. It's too early.
Is it too early? It's too early. Why not start the engineering now?
No, definitely we are doing certain things. It's not yet in the public domain.
Can you tell me some of these things?
No, I cannot tell you.
Why?
No, I cannot tell you, because if you see what is happening in the PDP, you can see that there was a congress of the PDP about last month. You can see that most of the northern, in quote, then leaders of PDP, which they invited, they didn't turn up. So you see that the PDP is in crisis. Even the ruling party, APC, everybody knows that party is in crisis.
What do you know that we don't know in the APC?
Mr. Edmond.
Tell me.
See, there's crisis in that party.
Is there crisis?
Yes, of course.
So tell me.
When they elected the Senate president, when they elected the Speaker of the House of Rep.
But they've moved on. They've moved on.
The Yoruba will say, Otutu ni konini.
Meaning? Meaning?
It's not over yet.
So is the PDP discussing with the Accord? I know that Ladoja has had some meetings with some PDP leaders.
Even me sitting here, I've held meetings with some PDP leaders, even in the state, me sitting here.
And what did you discuss in your meetings?
In the way they are trying to let us maybe reform the PDP.
Is that not possible?
No, Edmond, I don't think. You see, it is easy for us maybe to regroup into another party.
Not the PDP.
Yeah, not the PDP. You see,
it is still a national party.
Let me tell you, it's still a national party. But you see the way the APC is dealing with the PDP, they want to call it a bad name and just hang it. You call a dog a bad name and hang it. That is what is happening.
So you are looking at something like the merger that brought in the APC.
Yes. So
that PDP will disappear.
Yes, of course. And even some members of the APC will come on board.
What happened during the election of the Speaker of the Oyo State House of Assembly? Your party supported a candidate.
Yeah, we supported Radical.
Olusegun Olale.
Yeah.
So what happened on that day?
He came and approached us for our support. And we asked him, we have only 8 members, including yourself 9, and you are 32 in number in that house. He made us to understand that the 6 Labour members are for him. So we started that meeting. And in fact, it was very, very promising. But the night before the election, where the Labour members, the Accord Labour members elect, Accord members elect start with Radical. Once we're in the meeting, all of a sudden, we just saw the mood of the Labour members changed. What is happening? And that was how the meeting ended. It was later on, we gathered that it was the leadership of the Labour Party that said they should cross to the other side.
Was it the leadership or Akala? Because the chairman of Labour Party said he was against that decision.
Okay. Maybe therefore he's Akala if he was against it. And you can see what is manifesting now.
How come Ladoja could not keep Akala on his side?
Edmond, you know the conspiracy that illegally impeached Ladoja. Akala was part of that conspiracy. So there's betrayal of trust, and maybe I think that is one of the major problems that these two people find it difficult to come together.
So at a point, there was this signal that they were coming together. What happened?
Edmond.
Meetings were held.
I was part of that meeting. I'm telling you that betrayal of trust, you get it? You know, when you are dealing with such a person, you have to be very, very careful.
Was it that Ladoja was very careful?
Definitely, Ladoja has to be careful, otherwise he'll become a fool. Having experienced it first, must he experience anything again? So when he's dealing with such a person, he must be very careful in dealing with the person. But in any case, some of our members tried to meet Akala. Akala gave a condition, and the condition was, okay, Ladoja should not contest the governorship. He's ready to contest the Oyo North Senatorial District. Ladoja should nominate somebody.
That was the condition Akala gave?
Those who went to him, I was not part of it.
He didn't want Ladoja to contest?
Yes.
But he was not going to contest too?
But he will contest the Senate in Oyo North.
And why didn't Ladoja accept that? Why didn't Ladoja accept that?
No, I'm telling you that the philosophy of Ladoja is to serve the people. Akala's philosophy of politics is different.
He was playing safe too.
No.
He didn't trust Governor Ladoja if he emerges not to fight him.
Fight him?
Yes. The way you were playing safe, Akala was playing safe too.
Well, I wish him well.
You wish him well? You have lost him to the APC.
I don't think we've lost anything by Akala going to the APC.
And you know what that means. Ladoja cannot produce the next governor. If we follow the results of the last election.
Edmond, I disagree with you completely.
If we follow the results of the last election.
I disagree with you.
Edmond,
I disagree with you. Akala has gone to the APC. How many of his followers has he taken to APC? He's his deputy governor candidate with him in the APC, Sarafa Ali. He's his senatorial, or you're not senatorial candidate with him in APC. That one is my junior brother. I've spoken to him. You get it? So what Akala wants and is going to the APC, I wish him well. But I don't think the coming together of Akala and Ajumobi is a threat to Ladoja in 2019. I don't think.
So Ladoja is still playing hard politics?
Not hard politics.
The Baba is not giving up?
Not hard. He has the credibility. He has the credibility, he has the integrity, the humility. He has
Baba is still strategizing.
Yes, of course. I've told you that come 2019, across any party, whoever will get to that government house must have the consent of Ladoja.
You've been the chairman of the Accord since 2010.
Yes, of course.
When are you leaving that seat?
We are due for congresses. Actually, we should have held our congress around September. And you know, congresses normally come with crisis. That was an election period. You have crisis of congresses, you are going to have crisis of candidature, then you approach election. I don't think a good politician will just face these two problems. So we are due for congresses anyway.
So are you going to run again?
Maybe I'll go to the top.
National Secretariat?
Maybe.
Or you want to contest election in 2019? Test your popularity, Mr. Bashir Lawal.
As the governor of the state?
As the governor. Go and deliver Okyogun, let's see.
You know Okyogun, people now, they are clamoring for governor in Okyogun.
So you want to contest?
Let's see, when the time comes up. If the Ibadan people will say, okay, look, this state belongs to all of us. Let these people belong.
So it is Ibadan that will determine who becomes the next governor.
You see, the Ibadan people, they are so fortunate that somebody stay at Ido is Ibadan. You get it? Unlike Okyogun, me stay in Shaki, somebody stay at Ojowode, which is just about 7 minutes drive to Shaki, doesn't see himself as Shaki. So you see the problem there.
So Ibadan will decide who becomes the next governor.
They will decide. I won't deceive you.
And most likely the next governor might be an Ibadan man.
If we, the other zones, don't come together, Ibadan will continue to be governor. That's the truth of the matter.
And will you be happy?
We have no choice because Nigerian politics is based on sentiments.
Why not speak to Ladoja to support an Okyogu man?
When the time comes, we'll see the conditions on ground and we will talk to him if it's possible. Because we will not want him to do something where the bad man, it's very easy to always call somebody a bad name. By the time a majority of the Ibadan allies say, look, this Ibadan man must be governor, and Ladoja say, no, it's Okyogun, the next thing you hear is Omale Ibadan.
Adedibu did it, he supported an Ogbomosho man, and heavens did not fall.
That person was a sitting governor.
He was not a sitting governor.
He was. By the time
was a sitting governor.
No, by the time he got the ticket, he was a sitting governor. Don't forget that he illegally occupied that seat for 11 months.
But Adedibu supported an Ogbomosho man, and an Ogbomosho man won. Ladoja can also support an Okyogu man. If he's that powerful.
He's powerful.
You remember you said, without the support of Ladoja, nobody becomes governor.
Yes, of course. You see that 2007 election? You yourself, you should know. You see, we have not yet got to the point whereby it is the wish of the people that prevails in elections.
We are not there yet.
We are not there yet. I have to tell you.
I thought we were there in 2011.
2011.
And we consolidated it in 2015.
Edmond, we didn't consolidate.
Remember you talked about Buhari tsunami. The people elected Buhari, right?
Buhari tsunami, yes. But for the state governorship election, I'm telling you that we are not there yet. You can see what is happening at the tribunals. Sorry, we have to say the judiciary is APC judiciary. Look at all the tribunals. There was nowhere people had enough evidence for them to upturn the election of any APC governor.
It used to be PDP judiciary. It's now APC, right?
No, it was never PDP judiciary. If it had been PDP judiciary, you would not have Oshiomhole in Edo State. Don't forget. You not have Agagu out in Ondo, where Mimiko will come in. You need to have, or Shegun need to have gone out for Fayemi to come in. Neither would this guy to Oshun, Olagusoye. If it had been PDP judiciary, PDP were lenient. They allowed the independence of the judiciary. It's different from what is operational today.
So should we keep our fingers crossed?
We keep our fingers crossed, but it's very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Because if the judiciary, which is supposed to be the last hope of the ordinary man, and we don't have confidence in it, people will take laws into their hands. So I just pray that the 2019 election will not be a do or die affair.
Mr. Bashir Lawal, thank you for featuring on Bull's Eye.
Thank you, sir, Mr. Edmond.
Mr. Bashir Lawal is the chairman of the Accord in Oyo State. You have any comment? The email address is eobilo@splashfm1055.com. eobilo@splashfm1055.com. You can send a text message. The number is 080-999-1849. 080-999-1849. Or you can also leave a message for me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @eobilo. @eobilo. I am Edmund Obilo, saying thank you for listening.